So definitely a cutter and definitely six from JC.
The DBS Morning News has been brought to you by Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League T20. See cricket played louder at CPL.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to DBS This Morning. It's such a pleasure to be here with you to help you wake up in the know. Let's go to the news desk first, though. Let's see what's happening. So we hope we've helped you to wake up a little more informed this morning, and you will be even more informed after the interviews we have coming up. If you're interested in joining the police force, we have some tips for you from a member of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. We're going to talk all about what you need to know and do to become a police officer. Also, we will be talking with Terry Finister from the Youth Economy Agency about how they're helping our young people to turn their hobbies and passions into businesses. We'll be right back. Right now, we're going to have a conversation with Terry Finister from the Youth Economy Agency about the work that they've been doing to help our nation's youth through grants and other capacity building efforts so that they turn their hobbies and passions into lucrative businesses. Good morning again. We're coming to you from the beautiful Serenity Park, and I am here with the communication specialist attached to the Youth Economy Agency. He is no stranger to television, radio, or any other media. Terry Finister is here with us. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So the Youth Economy Agency, we've heard that being spoken about. Let us tell people what it is as if we're talking to that 5-year-old over there. What is it?
Well, the Youth Economy Agency is meant to assist young people in turning their hobbies, their skills, their aptitudes into legitimate businesses. We do that by providing training, we do that by providing grants, and the eligibility is pretty much straightforward. You have to be a St. Lucian, you have to have a business idea or be in business already, and you must be between the ages of 15 and 35. So far we have, and we opened our doors in April, and so far I think we've been pretty active and pretty engaged. We've worked very closely with a number of other agencies, your Invest St. Lucia's, Export St. Lucia, the Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, in trying to help define our mission, and as well in trying to help accomplish the goals that we've set for ourselves.
Yeah, and from what we've spoken about, the response has been overwhelming because there may have been, questions about why this is needed. But with over 1,300 applications for grants and just help in general from the agency, it clearly is something that has been welcomed with open arms.
Yeah, the key is really that we are the cohort that we're targeting is differentiated in that they because of their age, we have a lot of people, for instance, coming straight out of their parents' houses, people who've been sitting around the place not doing it, and these are people who actually have something to offer. These are people who can actually make something of themselves. In some cases, we have people who are working a job but not necessarily happy with what they're doing. They want to be able to do something else. They have dreams, they have hopes. We have one young man, for instance, he LA Burgers in Castries on Victoria Street. He talks about the fact that he used to be a hotel employee, and now he employs 5 people.
Oh, wow.
And those kind of stories are exciting because they're transformative. You're talking about somebody who's in the workforce and who's now become an employer in his own right. And we're starting to see the seeds of that happening with some of these young people that we're working with. And one of the reasons that YE exists, and YE is different from, say, your traditional lending agencies. We want to be able to cut through some of the red tape, the bureaucracy. A young person coming straight out of school does not have collateral, does not have background, does not have experience.
Yeah.
You know the old story. When you go and look for a job, they want you to have experience, but
before you ever have had a job, which has never made sense to me.
So, we want to be able to offer direct assistance to these young people. It's not necessarily about setting them up for life. It's about being able to give them a hand up just so that they can get established.
So we spoke about grants and loans. What other support do you give?
Well, training is our third major plank, or our second major plank. Financing, grants and loans, and then training is our second major thing. So we concluded business planning training. We had a cohort originally of 100 people, 92 people completed. Out of the 92, 80 were successful in being able to submit a full business plan after 3 weeks of face-to-face training. And each of those individuals got a $5,000 angel grant. So that was just a straight injection into their small businesses. A lot of our young entrepreneurs believe that, once they're on Instagram, they're good. But being on Instagram is all well and good for your peer group, but your peer group is not necessarily going to be your customers. So a lot of them tell you, oh boy, it's only old people that are on Facebook. That's the old people that have their money.
Exactly. I was having that conversation with someone recently because...
and by old, and old people means you and me.
Okay, I'll take that. But we look good for our age. We look good for 65, don't we? Yeah, that makes sense. So as we wrap up, I'm sure that there are people who... Are you still accepting applications? I know you've handed over.
We're not just
750.
accepting, we're encouraging applications.
Oh, awesome.
We want people to come in. You can come into our offices, Chaussee Road in Castries. We are just before Walcott House, just before the Kako bus stop. There's a pedestrian crossing right in front of us. We have signs outside, number 27 Chaussee Road. So you can come in and find us there. You can call us 572-4932. You can also visit our website. That's basically our first point of contact.
Yeah.
youtheconomy.lc. And of course, you can follow us on all of our social media, St. Lucia Ye, SaintLuciaYea. So you can visit us, like, comment, please drop us some likes and comments. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
Okay, that X thing. I'm like, I didn't download a new app. Yeah, it's Twitter now called X. Okay, Terry, it's been a pleasure talking to you as always, and this has been very short yet informative. So thank you. See you
My
soon.
pleasure.
Okay, thank you, Terry. We'll be right back. So I know a lot of you may be curious, either because you just are, if you're anything like me, or you may be interested in becoming a police officer and want to know what you need to do for that to happen. I'm going to have a conversation now with an inspector of police who are going to tell us just what needs to happen for that to happen. Good morning. I have the distinct pleasure and honor of being joined by Inspector Keith Thompson. And today we're going to talk about the process which you need to go through to become a police officer. It hasn't happened since 2018. New recruits were welcomed last in 2019, and they're actually just about to go through the process of welcoming a new batch of some of the most important people, or some people who play the most important role. We're all important, but they play one of the most important roles in our society, especially in this climate. So thank you so much for agreeing to be here with us, Inspector Thompson.
You're certainly welcome.
Thank you. So I'm sitting at home and I'm thinking that, I want to find employment, or maybe it is my dream to become a police officer because I've always looked up to police officers. What would be the very first thing that I would have to do in that process?
Yes. Okay, well, first you would have to attain the age of 18 years.
Okay.
Okay, you must be between 18 and 35 years to become a police officer.
Oh, so someone as old as 35
yes.
can become a police officer.
Yes,
okay,
you
I
can.
had no idea. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. And secondly, the requirement in terms of qualifications, you need to have 5 CXs. English is compulsory. And apart from that, you may have 5 GCE or O levels as well. But you must have 5 CXs. English is compulsory.
okay. And what are some of the other things that would push you further along in the process? So these are the basic requirements, but what are some of the things that you can do to enhance your skills, your qualifications, to make you an even more attractive candidate?
Okay, well, it's our what you want to do is to attract the and select the best equipped persons, okay, against the requirement of becoming a police officer. And of course, the process must be fair, it must be consistent, and of course, objective. And there should be no form of discrimination based on your sex orientation or your marital status. Okay, so having done that, and you have attained 18 years, and you have 5 CXs, including English, then you fill out an application form that you can get from the police website. You fill this application, and accompany this, you need to submit your birth certificate, copies of your CXC slip, which must be certified.
Do you have to be St. Lucian or
Yeah, okay, yes. You must be a St. Lucian.
Okay.
You must be a St. Lucian to become a police officer here.
either by birth or
Yes,
naturalization?
yes,
Okay.
yes. You must be a St. Lucian. Okay, and then you must be fit as well, meaning that you must be healthy and you must be fit, because being a police officer is a demanding job.
Yeah.
Okay, so candidate must be physically fit and healthy as well. After you have this, then we go through what we call a background check on you. This is where there's an investigation done on your background, and of course, we need to know who are the persons that the police is employing, because you don't want to employ someone who you think is the best, but based on the back. So he said the aim is to assess the person's character and the person's temperament. That's a background check, and it is of utmost concern to the police force, because the integrity of the service must be preserved. Whoever is employed, we must preserve the integrity of the Royal Essential Police Force.
I have a question on
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
So what if you are the son or daughter of someone who has been involved in a life of crime, and you've seen it and you've always told yourself, I want to be different, I don't want to be like my mom, or I don't want to be like my dad, and I want to do better, and I want to be on the other side of the law? What do you do in a situation like that?
Okay, so if by association it can be shown that it raises doubt about your reliability of being a police officer, then that will be considered as to whether you should be taken based on your association with maybe, as you said, your parent or your family who's in a life of crime. If you are associated somehow with that person, then that would come into that will be discussed.
Okay, so you're 18, you're St. Lucian,
Yes,
you're fit, you're healthy, your background check has
It's
been
been-
done. What's the next step now?
Okay, so after the background check, then there's an examination. In fact, before the background check is completed, there's an aptitude test where an examination is done, where you've tested on general knowledge. There's an English paper, a general paper, and of course a paper on mathematics. So this actually happens before the background check.
Okay.
Which we've just completed that aspect of the recruitment process. So after you successfully done the exam, then the background check is conducted on you.
Okay.
Then after the background check is conducted and you successfully attain what is required, then you are taken to the school, which is called a selection center. There will be an interview, there'll be a team exercise, and of course the fitness test, because as I said in the beginning, that the person must be physically fit. So you're taken to the police training academy, and then you go through those 3 aspects on that day. And if it's successfully passed, then the final one would be the medical, because you must be there should be any medical situation that prevent you from becoming a police officer. And after you've done all of that and you've completed this, then you will be placed on the list, and based on the number of officers that is required, will determine, based on your score, as to who is selected.
Okay, so if someone isn't selected because you only needed, let's say, 8 officers
Yes.
for this particular batch, do they stay on the list? And when
Yes.
you need new officers, they may be called in.
Yes.
How does it work?
Yeah, some of these persons are placed on a standby list in the event that some officers, well, some recruits, if there are any difficulties with them whilst they are at the school, within a certain period of time, if they are unable to continue, then those persons on standby can be considered as well.
Okay, yeah. So what has the interest been? Are there a lot of young people who are interested in becoming police officers? Are people shying away? Are you having difficulty getting new recruits?
Yes, for this final phase, in fact, the ongoing recruitment process now, we receive about 500 applications
What?
for persons to become police officers.
Wow.
Yes, and out of those 500, about 447 persons actually met the requirement.
Wow. So only, oh wow, that is, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. What about the balance between men and women? Do we see a lot of interest from women?
I can say that based on our last situation, 60% of the applicants were female.
So there were more women applying
Yes,
to
for
be part of the
police
force.
officers. Yes.
Wow.
But of course, the force policy says that they shall employ the ratio. It should be 20% female in the police force.
Okay, perfect. All right, and you can go to the Royal St. Lucia Police Force's website to download an application, or can you, in these digital times, can you fill in the application online, or you have to print it and fill it
yes,
in?
you can do it either way.
Either way. Okay, thank you, Inspector
Yes, you're
Kath
welcome.
Thompson. It's been a
Thompson.
pleasure talking to you, and I'm I've been very enlightened, as I'm sure you have. Thank you so much for joining us on DBS this morning. We will be right back.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine is Sarah and myself, Shani. Let's get ready to flaunt with the SocaCize. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a cardio Soca jam. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, 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 no.
We're going to step, tap.
Look where we reach again. End up in a party in the streets again. Even though I never want to
4,
cheat, it's 1,000,
3, 2, let's have the leg up and
beach, hello. Why we bringing sun up to the beach, hello. Just let the relationship
4,
is not yours.
3. Now we're on the stage, We're the backup dancers. Let's go, twist. Roll it. Hey. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for the road. Let's go. Roll it. 4, 3, 2. Next side, tap. And 4, 3, 2. Let's have the leg. Let's go. Hey. 4, 3. Left hand and hey. Again. Hey. Let's go. Foot side with the knee. And 4, 3. Now we're going to build on it. Add the arm up and squeeze. Hey. 4, 3, 2. Let's go. Right. Roll it. Roll it. We're going to the other side with the arm. And 4, 3, 2, 1. That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Have a wonderful day.
Well, we hope you enjoyed waking up with us today. This has been fun. This has been informative. Thank you so much for spending your morning with us. My name is Candy Nicholas. I'll see you next time on DBS This Morning. Go out and have the best day ever.
Definitely a cutter and definitely 6 from JC.
The DBS Morning News has been brought to you by Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League T20. See cricket played louder at CPL.